Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hello,
in.
welcome,
We've
welcome,
got
welcome.
we've got a double async um, race for you today. We got Aventrall versus Timbs in Group C.
It's going to be pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I don't know if both runners, if either runners in chat to witness their run being broadcast restreamed live. But yeah, well, not live, but you know what I mean.
Live,
Ish,
live-ish.
live-ish.
Um,
Oh, Timbs
nobody,
is in chat.
I don't think anybody knows the result of this race apart from one man.
Who is that one man?
And they're off. I believe Sid would know it, and I was already setting up, so me and Sid are the only people who know, I think.
Ah, so two men.
Two men.
He knows Pepe laugh.
Which means me and Sid cannot vote on a prediction.
Would ruin it a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Wow, there's a lot of money was bet on Blue Badge from the last race.
For sure.
I believe there is a new prediction. I don't like to bet even when I'm commentating, so I will abstain.
That's very fair.
But I'm not even sure who I would bet on. I feel like I know Tim's is a stronger PB, doesn't he? But could be a very close race. Very close. After two missions.
This should be a very good race. And there is a lot at stake on this race. It might be the biggest race of the tournament so far,
Oh,
aka the last
okay.
race. Well, both runners have their own fate in their hand, really. Um, so I believe Aventrall needs better than a 131 something to have a better average time than Guff if he loses to still make it to knockouts. If Timbs wins, he's most likely making it to knockouts. But if he loses, he's out, and Aventrall tops a group. Uh, there's a there is a world in which Aventrall can either be first, second, or third, and it's all down to his race here.
So it's averaged his time and whether he wins or loses. That is
Yes,
that is crazy. So
I
there's a lot at stake here.
yeah, there is. There's a world in which Timbs can be first, second, or third, I believe, but that would be for him to come second would be very difficult.
You basically need to win, but have a bad, like a not
Yes,
very good winning time. Okay.
yes. So at the moment, his average is 2.5 minutes better than Guff's. So he would need a bad run, and Aventrell would need a bad run to lose to his bad run.
Right.
For him to come second. I think they'd both
Well,
probably need about a 135 plus, which I don't think will happen.
yeah, it seems unlikely that either of them would um,
Tim's
put a time
was
in.
Tim's was very unhappy with his run the other day, and it was still like a 129, I believe it was, when he
Yes,
lost.
yeah, exactly.
And I
Yeah,
think
Tim's
that's
is
the difference. That's the difference between like mine or yours bad run would be well, my bad run would be like a 140, yours would be like a 150.
a
And
150. Yeah,
Tim's is getting like a 129 on a bad run.
yeah. there's just a level of consistency there that is just. It's very unlikely that he'll get a 135. Right, both runners gearing up for the first sort of strat of the run, in which they try and trap Mr. Smithers in the in this little corner that's coming up on the road on the right. And Timbs does get it, but Aventrall couldn't quite line it up. Yeah, that was a perfectly acceptable office-based Timbs. You did try and give you the old razzle-dazzle and escape, but you got him before he could manage.
The old 1-2, how do you do?
Yeah, the old switcheroo.
But this race came together quite last minute. I kind of wanted to just get it done so it wasn't forgotten about. Because sometimes with AA syncs, it can just be left to rot.
Sort of like left on the shelf, yeah.
But
No,
this
that's
is
good. That's good
definitely
that
a
you.
race. This is going to be a race everybody wants to see.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, if it's it affects a lot of the group that they're in. So yeah, that's what you want on Speed Simpsons. You want a race with stakes.
I prefer mine medium rare.
+2.
So
So do I, by the way.
Aventrall could do Tuesday, but he couldn't do today, and he wasn't sure about tomorrow. So, and because you said you do yours at like 8 p.m. ish BST, he wouldn't be able to do it after that. So he asynced because he would rather do that than leave it. Also, there's 4 minutes left, and there's no prediction so far. It's 0-0.
Oh my god, I will. Just to get the ball rolling, place a small wager.
A small wager.
A small wager. So
LT
I'll
would
put.
never let the prediction pool go like this.
Well, LT is not here, unfortunately.
The casino would always be open with LT.
Yeah, that man's got a
All we got.
problem.
He does.
He's got several problems, but it's not the time to discuss his problems.
Yeah, as Guff just says, Aventrall needs to win or get a 130-130 or worse to make it through. So Guff will be heavily hoping Aventrall wins this.
Oh, I see. Is it in Guff's interest for Aventrall to top the group?
It's
Is
in
that
Guff's
like
interest to either smash it or flop it.
right? Okay. Yeah, because
Guff
yeah,
needs,
obviously they can
yeah.
finish third. Yeah.
So realistically, he really needs Guff to. He really needs Guff. He really needs Aventrall to bin it or win it.
Yeah, because if Timbs wins and Aventrall gets a good enough time, then Guff is out. If I understood what you're telling me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if Aventrall gets like a
It's,
128 or 129, and Timbs gets a 124, then it's no good for Guff.
yeah. There's a lot of maths involved in this year's tournament. I quite like it. Get people thinking. Get people calculating stuff, using their brains. Timbs did wrong warp before the start of Bone Storm here as well.
I think that counts as a valid async then. We know he didn't cheat.
Yeah, no splicing, no
There's got to
resetting.
be at least one wrong warp if you're asyncing,
Yeah, he probably just threw it in just to be safe.
just to be safe. Yeah.
Wouldn't the timer in the VOD also be sped up though, Sid? I suppose if you got paid to do it, then you don't really care either way, do you?
Yeah, that's the only thing with asyncs. You can't really balance the audio better.
Yeah, it's a lot more difficulty with that. It's a lot more fiddly
Yeah.
when you've got to use like YouTube videos.
And you gotta, yeah. Oh, Aventrall getting that wasp. Let's go.
Yeah, I find this game's audio very hard to capture in OBS to a point where it's like doesn't overpower my own ears, but it's like audible on the stream. I don't know what it is about this game.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's not wasn't made with a lot of care.
It was made to be the best Simpsons game, and it is not the best Simpsons game, but you know, it tried.
Yeah, I think I prefer Road Rage, and I think I might even
prefer
prefer the Simpsons game.
I prefer Tapped Out.
You prefer Tapped Out? Fair enough. To each their own.
No sports cars is terrible. But yeah. Cars is not good. Cars is terrible.
Yeah, it's not great. But and I think what Sid's is it like always like when you open it, it's just like blaringly loud like every time.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
their settings don't save.
Yeah, and it's just like this really like innocuous like feel good music.
Oh, it's like Steam games that automatically stay in like full screen and have no way to change, like no settings to like change
hate that.
sound or full screen. There's this nice little like platformer game called Ninja Taya, but it's so terrible when you want to like balance the audio or put it into like not into like windowed mode because there's no options.
Yeah, I hate when games don't have like window support or like don't have like a windowed mode. I'm playing Bloons a lot at the minute, and that's got the same problem.
Okay,
And I believe Cars as well. Cars itself is I know you've been playing some. Oh, you've played Bloons in the past.
Yeah, I haven't played it recently, but you know.
Yeah, I hope I've got back in. Oh, they're very synced at the moment. Their timers are synced.
Go.
When the async is synced.
When we're async.
Does this channel not have when the bloke is cheeky? Does it have when the bloke is greeny? Does it at least have that? No. Okay.
So at the moment, both runners are async, so none of them are actually playing the game right now. Both are doing pre-recorded runs. Neither are doing it live. I've just realized I'm still my name is still the same bit I was doing with LP3.
Yeah, I noticed that a while ago. I feel like I should have changed it to something to sort of match you, but I didn't think about that. So I'm just plain old house.
It's alright. I just want people to know I'm better than LP3.
At what?
Life?
At life. Okay. Well, you've had more practice.
Better RNG.
Better RNG.
Or the manuals of cloud comms. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised. Although I'm surprised Aventrall got that. I was watching his acing and just flipping out. I messaged him on. So we were doing it in private VC, and I was just saying what the flip to him in his DMs, and then he come back to me later and was just like, "I'm pretty sure the Discord DM noise would be picked up," and I'm like, "Oh well."
Oh, traffic. Trying to throw Aventrall off there.
There was a time when it looked like, if Timbs would have to drop out. So it was good that he could come back to do this.
Yeah, you never want to see people drop out
Dropping
of the
out,
tournament.
yeah.
Yeah.
You hate to see last minute reschedules. You hate to see like people dropping out even more.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose there's a degree to which it's inevitable, but yeah, it's never good. But I think we're a good little community when it comes to like organising stuff. I think we're a lot better than we used to be, for sure.
Oh yeah. I remember the 2020 tournament when
yeah, the 2021 was bad.
When people had tech issues and they were given like 2-3 weeks to sort it out and not coming back.
Yeah, that was.
To be fair,
hashing out.
Celeste is also just as good with sheets, and there's one person in common, and that's me. That's 1, 2, 3.
You're the only person that plays both those games. Well, not plays both those games, but
yeah, I'm the only important person who speedruns both those games.
Yeah, there's no one else like we can think of.
No one else.
Oh,
Doug Bob.
Duck
no. Doug Bob, yeah. A 4-letter Welsh name, Doug Bob.
It might be 4 letters in Welsh, you never know.
Bull.
Doug Bob.
Bull. They don't believe in U's or second B's in Wales.
They draw the line. Draw the line after the first B.
So Aventrall gets for drop at 22 and Timbs gets it at like 27. So that's pretty damn close.
Still a close race. Sellouts should be the first real divergent path, but not always. Yeah, I remember you talking about that in VCX about how to pronounce the party's name.
Let's go.
I hear it on the radio, and they always say it too quickly for me to like pick it up. I'm like, it's what? Okay,
Well, the issue
inbound
is
from
it is
Timbs.
quite. It is different. It is different if you're from the south or in the north.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
South. Swansea.
From Swansea. Okay. Nice.
I will admit, I will not say that. It's just dumb. As stated before, this is an async, this is a pre-recorded run. Timbs does not have 4 arms.
Well, he's got 4 arms, but he hasn't got.
He has
hasn't
4
got 4
arms,
limbs.
but he doesn't have 4 arms.
He has 2 forearms. He doesn't have 4
Yes.
forearms.
Correct. He has 2 forearms, not 4 forearms.
Yeah.
Yo, lift now, please. If I didn't play so many video games, I'd be in better shape. Welcome. Oh yeah, I totally rule.
If he has 2 forearms, why doesn't he have 2 back arms?
Here's your last.
True. Where is the back arm? They haven't found it yet.
Hasn't been patched in.
They haven't patched in.
Oh man, that sucks and blows.
Yeah, hopefully humans get a bit of a buff in the next patch.
Oh, that was so cool. Woo, ice one. Oh, this is too cool for school.
It's a very nice second car there by Timbs. Still pretty close, this one. Ooh. Yeah, and they're still attacking the same car at the same time. Aventrall got a 6. Was that a 640? 641. Tim's got a 633. Yeah, you'd take either of those sellouts, to be fair.
Well done. Perfection. Thy name is Bart. Hello, drivers. Got a little.
Yeah, like 7 seconds difference.
I need to find Lisa Simpson at your service.
Yeah, both players had a really good sellouts. I remember complimenting Aventrall on his sellouts in DMs. Timbs is playing on 160 because there was a time when cutscene skip was still there that we found 160 to have the same frame window as 150, um, which, and then after 160, it would go to a lesser frame window or the cutscene skip, and therefore you would play on 160 because it was a better version of 150. Only a couple of people implemented that because that was found, and then a couple of weeks later the cutscene save thing came in. But me and Tim still play on 160 because why not?
Yeah, if it's what you're used to, then why
It's
why
also
change
like
something?
it's a slightly better 150. You don't have as many issues with 7.3. You
Really?
don't have as 180 and 200.
Okay.
Like, and Armored Truck doesn't get stuck like it does sometimes on 200. 144 was because of monitor refresh rates.
Yeah, that was a thing that people thought if it was like the same as your monitor refresh rate, it was
Yeah.
good. But that's kind of, is that just a myth? I think it is, isn't it?
I think so. All the effects are like minimal. I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's a question for someone smarter than me, to be fair. Chesh. I hope I said that right.
Last time I left this store, hoodlums put pornography in the Vital magazine.
The time for action is now. Speed, glorious speed.
Jiminy crickets.
They're sort of synced again. They both got very good bonfires there. I think it's just readjusting himself on Tim's side.
That was pretty cool. But Bart's still missing, and I'm no closer to finding him.
Sync.
Double sync.
Except why I ever came to this jerk.
Yeah, that was a rough Timbs.
Make this look easy.
And the time is only 3 seconds apart as well, so it's really close.
Yeah, the last race I commentated was as close as this for pretty much the whole race. So hopefully I'm the good luck charm.
Yeah, you last commented Guff Hamster.
Yes,
You also commented Spam Kane California.
I did. Yeah.
And Chris Bacon, which
Yeah,
from
Chris
what I
Bacon,
remember,
yeah.
Chris Bacon was really good until
Yeah,
towards
that
the
was
end.
good. Yeah, I think right in Homer 2, I think it sort of became, it wasn't as close, if I remember correctly. Which
Oh no, Chris was coming back, but then failed set to kill, from what I remember.
oh yeah, it was the end of
There
part
was like
2.
a
Yeah.
gap, and then Bacon failed set to kill, and then Chris failed set to kill, and it was dramatic. Because
Yeah, I remember that,
Chris
they both
fail
failed.
5-1, was it?
I think he might have. Yeah, he might have failed a mission. He might have been a mission behind, actually. Yeah, at some point. My memory, I can't even remember what I had for dinner yesterday, so
Yeah.
my memory's not great. I think all of the sort of 120 races I've seen, the sub 120 group races I've seen, have been pretty good.
I remember him failing a mission and then having to come back, and then
Yeah.
and then it was a fail into a fail, and
Yeah, I think Bacon failed set to kill, And then Chris failed it twice, I think, something like that.
Something like that. So basically, what we're saying is, House is a good luck charm for crazy races.
Yeah. Let's hope we haven't just jinxed it. But this is a promising start. Both runners
Even if
getting,
Aventrall fails the next 3 missions, it would have still been a very close up to Lisa, you know?
yeah. That's more than you can say for.
Aventrall?
Aventrall.
Aventrall.
I thought they both got the third car. It looked to me like.
Yeah, it drove off.
Oh, Aventrall doing the no mission warps route where you drive to the start of Slithery Sleuthing.
Yeah. He missed a ground pound.
Oh. Well, there you go.
It's funny because I said he might just fail the next 3 missions as he's about to fail this mission. Little bit of trolling.
I mean, if we were going to fail a mission in Lisa, this would probably be it.
Someone call the cops! Out of my way, dirtbag!
Oh, and Snake got to give him the slip there, but he luckily dropped the final. I don't know what the final thing is. It's pants and then an elderly person. I don't know what the third drop is. Is it a drink?
I generally have never paid attention to it.
Because you don't hear the voice line, so you never pick up on it.
Yeah. It could be a watermelon.
Something like
Strike
that.
3 is littering.
Oh, okay. That was a can of duff. Okay. Because for some reason Chicken doesn't say it until the end of the
Duff
mission.
beer before.
Have you had it? Is it?
I've had it.
Is it nice, or is it just like a gimmick?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't like it was just it's one of those. But if it didn't have a gimmick, you literally would drink it, go, yeah, that was all right, but never.
Yeah, because they're not going to put anything like special into because people are going to buy it anyway. So
yeah.
Not really.
It wasn't like a bad. It's not a bad like lager, but it's not great
Yeah.
lager. It's just one of those that like you get it and go, haha. I had
Yeah, you get it.
a Duff.
Yeah, so you can say it. Yeah, so you can tell people. Yeah, I've drank Duff.
Can we close our eyes?
Savor your freedom, my cold-blooded friends. And then, now maybe that two-bit Ahab will tell me what he knows. Watch out!
My bark in chat says I love asbestos. Interesting.
I thought he was gonna say I love Uzbekistan, and I was gonna say same.
Lisa Simpson at your service. I need
You got debated.
Right, so he hit the continue at 33.23, and Aventrall hit the continue at 33.26. There was only 3 seconds in it.
I need a ride
Jesus.
here. Stand. Better break a few eggs.
And that was a incredibly clean, fast limo there. From both of them, to be fair. The things are going to stay very tight. Unless Aventrall doesn't get bow jump, and I've just jinxed it. Yep. Sorry, Aventrall.
I am the Lizard Queen. Hello, Tab. Marge Simpson at your service.
That's unfortunate, but it's still a close race.
That's gonna cost me.
What happened with boat jump? We all closed our eyes as per Aventrall.
I'm sure he's glad that you close your eyes. It was
Chief Wiggum. Roll.
And if you close your eyes. That was a banger of a song.
What the heck were you thinking? Whoops.
Do you remember that song, House?
yeah, I do remember that song.
Well, if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I going to be an optimist about this?
Go for it.
How am I going to be an optimist about Aventrall's donut truck here?
Did I win? I had no idea. Ready to roll.
Did he catch up with Timbs a little bit there?
Doodlebugs.
Perhaps.
Mayhaps. He didn't grab the Cookie Mart end.
You can get that later.
Yeah.
So Timbs gets it at 13 and Aventrall gets it at
I'll do my best.
like 14, 15. So there's like a couple of seconds in it.
Sensible shot to the middle.
Every time it looks like it's gonna go one way, it ends up coming back again. They end up gravitating near each other again. Tim's having a bit of problem in the trailer park.
I just had that.
Oof. Aventrall, aren't you meant to be at work? Go stack those shelves. Ah, it's the Hufflechuff. Wufflechuff.
Nice girls finish fast.
He's throwing cages around in the yard as we speak. Well, stop throwing cages around and do some work.
Not paying you to throw cages around.
Yeah. Stop throwing Nicholas around and get to work.
Sure, what's more natural than a small child driving?
Yeah, he wouldn't like that. He ought to be gentle with Nick Cage
And Nick Gage.
and Nick Cage.
You don't want to mess with Nick Gage.
I think I know who that is. My indie knowledge is spotty.
He's a big name. He was on AEW once.
Yeah, he's like a big. Is he British? He's like a jacked dude,
No.
isn't he? Okay.
He's not British at all.
Okay.
Lead us, please.
I mean, if he's
But,
a wrestler, that's probably a good thing.
He is a wrestler, yeah.
Probably a good he's not British, then, if you hear what you've heard about
Probably.
some of those guys.
Yeah. And Timbs is having a fun time here. It's now no longer 2 seconds. All I will say is it is now more than 2 seconds. It might even be 3 seconds.
It might just be.
I am so embarrassed. That is a song. That is a song. Wait, Mom. I'm sorry. You've got the. Ta-da! I'll do my best.
Oh, this vehicle was little Sally Mae.
No, Nick Gage's best moment on AEW. So they did like a hardcore match with him versus Chris Jericho.
Okay.
And like he hit Chris Jericho with a pizza cutter, and then they cut to a Domino's ad break as he did it.
That's so
And
good.
apparently Domino's was cheesed off.
Cheesed off. You think they'd be happy? That's like a good link.
Losing 50 minutes in 5-2 with a good last drop is crazy. We're not even in 5-2. Are you spoiling the plot? Aventrall
Yeah, he's
not getting
spoiling
the boost.
He's going to miss the drop in 5-2 when he escapes the limo. I had to think really hard about what 5-2 was then. It's such a non-mission. It's such a mission you don't even think about.
My any percent PB lose is like 30 seconds to 5-2, I think.
You're any percent PB.
Yeah, my sub 1 loses so much time.
Do you do it in any percent?
Yes, you don't do it
That
in
makes
better
sense.
any percent.
Yeah, I know there's a few things like that with better any percent where it becomes quicker to skip certain.
Yeah.
Um,
Better any percent is
missions.
one of the only categories where you want a 100% car, like one hit from death car in the phone booth. Because randomly 5-2 has a fail condition where you blow up your car.
Oh, I see. Okay, even though it's not a car lock mission, which is typically when that is the case.
Yeah. Yeah, that route without early neighbors is kind of weird because now Aventrall needs to get 2 wasps still in 4-6.
Oh, did Aventrall not do neighbours in 4-1?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's a little variant. House, we've been around for what? Is this our 6th tournament now? 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25? Yeah, our 6th tournament.
yes, that's 6.
Where would you rank this tournament compared to the others? I know we've both commentated in some, we participated in some. Where do you think this one would rank?
Rank? That's an interesting question. Ooh. I'm trying to think about some of the other tourneys now. I think it's definitely. I would maybe put it top half.
That's fair.
I don't
I
remember
think-
last year's too well. I think I was sort of. I think I was really involved that much. Yeah, the COVID ones are pretty good.
The COVID one was pretty good. However, it was a mess.
Yeah.
I think
20
like. Go on.
It's 2019 when is that the year that original raced LP3?
Yes.
Yes, that's the one. Well, we weren't there around for that one, but that's yeah. I've seen a few things from that year, and it was a good year.
Hey, Tone Dog, what is Bofa?
Yeah, 21 was, if I remember correctly, 21 was a bit of a rough one. Then we started like learning. I think we sort of learned about how to make it more watchable, more entertaining. We started fiddling about with groups. seeds.
In 2023 was good. It had Bill winning the gold. Was it a gold cup at the time? Was it
Yeah,
champions, diamond, platinum, and gold? I think that was the best use of the amount of runners we had.
yeah.
And this year having 3 different brackets has also worked out well, I think.
I really enjoy it. Like I said earlier, I really enjoy the top 6 being in a group by themselves. I think it's led to some great races. And yeah, these like you get competitive races like these as opposed to the alternative.
There is an argument to be made that in the future it should be like the sub 120 tournament be like the top 6 or however many have sub 120, but then either 1 or 2 either a first or second seed of qualifiers making it as well to make like a top
That'd be
8
cool.
and give a
That'd be
meaning
nice.
for like the seeding for a lot of people. I think that might be a cool addition to have, because to be first or second seed you have to be like the 121 122 level, and I think if you're at the 121 122 you can beat the Bacon, the Chris, the ZRN. You may not be
Yeah,
like super competitive in every race, but I think 1 or 2 being in that would have done a good dynamic.
yeah,
So Aiken had an average of a 121.42. Chris had a 120.55. ZRN had a 121.25. I think if say like Ticker and Derek, yeah, there's a bit of a difference. However, there's a world in which there's only a minute or 2 between Chris and Ticker, or
yeah,
and we're getting like a minute or 2 difference between like, because you got Derek, Vapo, and Ticker. Then the next people are like 125s, 126s. So you're having those couple of minutes anyway. So it could be interesting to get top 8, and then the next group be even more bunched.
yeah. No, it's interesting. There's definitely some yeah. There's always sort of like these ideas floating around.
Yeah.
It's always worth looking at. Fun fact about 2023: I was meant to be in the Gold Cup, and I think it was Maya Quimby that dropped out, and I had to fill a gap in is it the one above? Was it Diamond or Platinum?
No, platinum, yeah.
Platinum, and then so I went from a group where I was like, I think I had the best like qualifying time to a group where I had the worst qualifying time. And I would have raced Kane if I'd have stayed in the Gold Cup, which is sad. I didn't get to.
But you know, LT was able to face his hero Pet Pediguana.
Yeah, that was a legendary race. And LT is in chat. He wasn't in chat earlier when we was talking about his gambling addiction, but he's in chat now.
Everybody say hello to XELT.
I don't think it's a secret, LT. I think your behaviour is fairly transparent.
Oh, that was a very sexy second truck there from Timbs. Also, hi Bam, big fan. If anybody doesn't know, Bam is the best.
Yeah, we love Bam. This is one of the many games that he has become very good at.
Yeah, so Tim's his third truck. Oh no. The king of the cola trucks. And Aventrall now sliding out.
Yeah, it's a rare case of Chatter's curse with being saying it's a close race and then it immediately a divergent strat.
Unfortunately, LT is no longer last place on the Peggle leaderboards.
I've heard about this. Yeah, sad day. End of an era.
End of an era.
You could always. I was going to say you could always PB again and get a worse PB.
You took my precious cola, Marge.
Delete his time and upload a new one.
The courage to take off my shirt in the station locker room.
They've both asynced Bamford.
Yeah, both asynced.
Yeah, so you're watching the past.
I'm a Peggle connoisseur, but I've never submitted a time to the Peggle boards.
I believe I've done one run of Peggle, but I didn't think I submitted it because I didn't really enjoy it, and I sort of knew that I wasn't going to do another one. Yeah, and LT actually changed the rules of the Peggle leaderboard because people were trying to beat his time. He's the George Mikan of Peggle. He was also famous in Minnesota. Don't talk to me about basketball, man pig, please.
Is Amber here? I've heard she loves to talk about Formula 1.
I think she was here earlier.
She was. And it's race week, so you know.
Race week.
Fresh air is somewhat confusing. If you give me a ride, I will pay you $1 million in the next flight, I promise. Clean up in aisle 1. Shiva smiles on such behavior.
Yeah, Amber loves Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah,
if you're a FNAF fan, please DM Amber. Don't really, please do not DM people, that is weird. Favorite F1 speedrun? F1 All Stars. If anybody remembers F1 All Stars,
I don't remember many of the F1 games.
it's the Mario Kart version of F1.
Oh, okay, that's pretty funny. I've seen LT run the 2000 game that he's mentioned in the chat. Naturally, there are a lot of people in this community who enjoy other racing games because this is basically a racing game, but just with bells and whistles.
It's a driving game with racing elements.
Yeah, it's a car game.
Yeah.
With some on-foot missions sort of seemingly shoehorned in.
LeBron forgot to e-brake boost when going for Baby Run strat, and Shaquille O'Neal takes a lead.
Hello, Steady. Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today. Your failure shames you. Yes, you.
LT saying he hates all games. Aventrall stuck on the stairs there for a bit. Tim's struggling to climb the stairs. Stairs in this game, man. I mean, I know stairs in real life are hard to drive up, so it's kind of
My
realistic.
my favorite basketball player of all time is the Grand Vizier of Agrabah, Jafar.
Sure. Did he play for the Pacers?
No, he played for the Lakers.
Okay.
This is not good for my insurance. What in the hell were you thinking? I must finish
LeBron
this
James.
possibly get a ride. I had better hurry. Last time I left this store, hoodlums put pornography in the Vital magazine. What are you trying to prove with this crazy driving? Four-wheel disgrace.
This is good baby run for both runners. There is literally like no time in it on the timers. Their timers are as synced as they possibly can be. So what you see is what you get.
That's the beauty of asyncs.
Aventrall is warping at 14. Timbs is warping at 17.
So it's an insanely close race.
A Man-Pig King is asking questions. Is asking important
They're 7
questions.
points apart
Yeah.
as well. It's just madness. And yeah, sorry, Man Pig.
He asked, do I think LeBron's a boom? Well, I give 5 big booms to LeBron James.
Christ. I genuinely didn't know what he meant until you said that. That's how out of touch I am with the culture.
Boom. 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 For Man-Pig King.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, Amber, you need video games because how else would you play your beloved Five Nights at Freddy games?
True. Put my back into it? I can't put my back into it. You of all people know that if I put my back into something, it's gonna go. You're gonna have to visit me in A&E later.
Yes, that's not good advice to give.
Yeah,
Too
if I
axy.
put my back out for you, you're visiting me in A&E.
Aventrall not getting luck with the Wigan push.
I don't live in A&E. I don't work in A&E. Hey, Bam, I'll party with you all night long. All night long. All night. All night long. What? At the start of this mission, Timbs was like a couple of seconds behind on the warp. And now it looks like Timbs is a couple of seconds ahead.
So we've got
Crazy.
lead changes. Lead changes in our poo. We are truly blessed.
I mean, I will say this. FNAF, I've never played it. The movie was bad.
Yeah,
Not
the
a
movie was
fan.
bad.
Still funny to wind Amber up. And there's another lead change. And what was that garbage truck just doing?
Just between me and you, random object.
Also, the best F1 game is 2014 because I still have a world record.
Shameless plug. Yeah, I've seen Security Breach Tone Dog. It looks pretty cool.
It's funny.
I don't hate
if you
the
put
whole-
in, if you start
yeah.
typing F1 2014 in SRC, Five Nights at Freddy comes up because it was released in 2014.
It feels like it was longer ago.
Just give me a minute to catch my breath.
Yeah, I agree with that take, Sid.
Oh, I should sleep more.
Yeah, but Sync is crazy. Aventrall getting a few extra coins. Do you know what that means? We have another lead change.
Lead change, another lead change. We're getting lead changes galore in our poo. This is like, you couldn't ask for anything better.
My giant gut is slowing me down. Come to Papa.
Timbs
We've had
needs to
like
finish Delta
5
Rune.
lead changes in the last like 5
I'm
minutes.
flying.
Lead change per second.
LCPS.
I see. Aventrall's coins were not that good there, and if he doesn't get armor truck, then I think he's still got like 1 or 2 wasps to get, so he'll be like really bad. I think he might just be covering it off because it's a race. Yeah, they were.
Woman, my fence for this.
The coins were not good there.
Not going for slow monorail is a psyop by Big Wasp. I agree.
I agree. I agree with
You're in the
everything LT says in chat.
Yeah, LT is a wise man. He lives in the
LT
mountains.
could be like
Random object.
20 or 50 at this point, and nobody would know. Axie Saki, ah, not him.
Unlucky, mate.
Unlucky.
My friend.
5 for 5.
Empty. I am the victim of chicanery most fun.
But if anybody would like
Better hurry.
to subscribe, we have 3 amazing charities that Speed Simpsons continuously
300.
and
Here we go.
talking about raising money. We will have a community marathon happening
Join my bro.
in a couple of months. So the end of August will be Sharkom, almost 2 months exactly from now. Sharkom 2025 will be running, and that we always raise money for charity, which will be really good. Game submissions will be opening on the 1st of July. I am currently doing the Owengas page at the moment, and then I'll be doing my favorite thing and making a spreadsheet because everybody knows I love a spreadsheet. Oh, that is not good from Timbs. Oh no.
Dear Tims.
Ah, oh.
And so now there will be quite
So
a
yeah,
big gap.
so
That's good. I didn't realise Sharkom was coming up. That's cool.
yeah, Sharkom 2025. For those of you who don't know, all you need to be able to submit a run is to have a run on the Char leaderboard. It can be bonus game, it could be console, it could be like IMs, ILs, or be like a significant member of a community. So like if you don't run but you commentate in many races and stuff, like we could look into do like an exception.
Yeah, or like there's people that like mod the game a lot, or help with the
Yeah.
Lucas mod launcher side of things.
Yeah, pretty much. Submissions. So submissions are open from the 1st of July to the end of July, basically, the 31st of July, and then the actual marathon will be, I think it's around the 26th of August. It's the bank holiday weekend in the UK.
Okay, yeah. So it's like the second. Is that the second to last Saturday in the month?
Like for last Monday. So before the last.
Oh yeah, of course it's the it's a bank holiday on a Monday. I was thinking of the weekend
Yeah.
in general.
So bank holiday is the 26th. So no, the 25th. Sorry. So it will be around the 23rd, 24th.
Aventrall needing a bit of a recovery here. Didn't get the backup after not getting the strat.
I could sense him like punching his desk at this point.
This is one that really winds you up when it goes wrong.
Oh yeah, this was the same in my race versus Vapo. It was like going really well until this moment. And will Timbs get a good?
Timbs gets a very
Ooh.
good curator. Oh, are we like nearly synced again? We actually are. We're so close to being. It's like a few seconds apart again.
So 106 versus 106.01 on the warp. There's 1 second in it.
That's every time it looks like it's about to like diverge. It ends up like merging back together. They end up sort of playing close to each other again. It's just I don't know how they keep doing it.
Yeah, there's so many times.
Like when one of them misses a strat, then one of them then they
Yeah.
nail the next strat to balance it out.
Tims, can you just make sure you remember there's like stream delay sometimes and people's internet could be worse and like buffering and stuff. So just yeah, just make sure. I know sometimes when my internet's playing up, Twitch may buffer a little and be like 10 seconds behind.
Yeah, Twitch can be a nuisance sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, and mobile. If you're on mobile,
Yeah, if you're on mobile, then yeah, you definitely
yeah.
might have struggled.
It has got better for delay, but in some countries I don't think it has. Oh yeah,
Tim
and
dropped him to do a
Australians.
coin grind.
Let's go.
I've seen some people they get like I think it's like Studio A they get now, or
Yeah.
like the Wasp in the other area.
Or 6-2. No.
Coin grinding is fine. Is Australian internet the one is that the one that's really bad?
Yes,
Is it really good? Yeah.
No, I think
It's one or the other.
no. One of the main brands is really bad, and then like one of them is okay. NBN. I think it's NBN. I prefer BNBNs. Do BNBN. Do BNBN. 3 people would understand that.
Is BN is that the chocolate biscuit?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I can't tell if I remember that or not. If I've just heard you reference it before. I definitely know what BNs are. They're like little sandwiches.
Yeah.
They're a little treat.
Hellstra being bad? I think so, yeah. Aventrall having to go the long way around there. And still winning the race. Just win the race, just win the race, just win the race.
That's a banger. Yeah, true, Sid. So do same with like the phone companies. Like a lot of them just use the O2 network.
And BT network, yeah, because BT
Yeah,
own a lot of the lines that were put in. Because a lot of the lines in the UK were put in a while ago, and it was just being like slowly updated. But
yeah.
BT Internet owns pretty much most of the underground lines.
There you go. See, you
Am I
learn every
still
day's a
talking
school
to
day.
Robotnik, or was it just a temporary thing?
Brink getting a little bit of airtime in Aventrall's 6-3 there.
Ow, my skull. My beautiful skull.
Yeah, but do you know who own OpenReach? OpenReach is owned by BT.
Is this like the Kellogg's thing where Kellogg's like own everything,
Probably, yeah.
or like I think Mars own Kellogg's, and Mars own everything.
Yeah, so OpenReach maintain all the telephone cables and all of that, but they are owned by BT.
Yeah, doesn't the logo say like BT OpenReach? Or am I just imagining that?
Yeah, it's
Oh, Aventrall needs to be careful here.
kind of weird how it all works. So the only reason why OpenReach was made, if I could recall correctly, was because of a agreement between BT and Ofcom to make sure that rival telecom operators could use BT's local networks.
Right, okay. So it's like a safeguarding thing.
And I think OpenReach is now a legally separate company where the assets are owned by BT, but OpenReach is owned by BT's parent company. So yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that where like,
Yeah.
where,
So
like one company is
technically,
secretly very powerful.
yeah. So technically, OpenReach and BT are at the same level. They're both owned by the BT parent group.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's just
Oh, Timbs. Get the last drop, Timbs. Timbs.
was that just the math not mathing, or did he just get a phantom drop?
Yeah, I think. I'm not 100% sure there.
Fire in the hole. Take that. I'll educate you a new one.
Oh man, that guy's good at and if he doesn't believe me now, I'll fry his butt. I hope this car can take it. No problemo. Eat asphalt, asphalt eaters.
Watch out, Robbie.
That sounds about right, Sid.
There's like similar like umbrella things in like a lot of the world.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah, like Bamber was saying, like the Mars family own like such a large amount of the food industry. Like I think even Pedigree Chum, sorry, is Mars, and they're just one family.
For sure. It's like United Internet, which is like a global internet service company,
Yeah,
has 16 brands underneath it, and like 1&1 is one of the biggest ones, and then like there's so many others underneath it that you go, huh?
it might be Sid. There's definitely I don't know. There's a lot of like there's normally one that's Nestle and one that's Mars. If that makes sense. Yeah, Coke's another one. I mean, Amazon
Just
and
given,
Google are kind of the same as well, but they do it more openly. Disney.
I think I've just given Nico PTSD. I'm so sorry. Oh, jump. Let's get the boat jump. Also, like, there's not. The weird thing is, in a race like this, no one's really making major mistakes. They're just both playing well and both getting exactly the same times for a lot of the things.
Yeah, I mean, normally, and even if like one of them does lose time on a mission, they'll normally balance it out
This
the
might
next
be
mission or
the
stuff.
biggest gap, and it's only
I think
like
so. Yeah.
20 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, if
So
this is the gap going
Aventrall,
into the next mission, the next level, then it will be. Yeah.
yeah, Aventrall, I think. Ooh, Aventrall gets into the squid port at 1:16:45.
So he's definitely on pace for a 131 or higher.
Oh, Tim's going that way just to ruin my thing. 1:17:05 at the first zebra crossing. Oh, Tim's getting. That, and yeah, his coins now are good. He just needs Krusty Burger.
Coins are amazing. 445 is very, very good coins out of Part 2.
Oh,
Well, the
Aventrall,
next,
1:17:52 at the cemetery exit. And Tim's is 1:17:58 at the cemetery exit. So it's down to 6 seconds in it.
so it's closed up right again just because of the coins, I suppose.
Yeah, 6 seconds in it.
So welcome into the chat, the next sub 130 in the community, LP3. Dysfunctional
But
underscore rap.
But Bamford's already got sub 130. Well,
He's gonna
Aventrall
get the
getting
next
hit
one.
and run. Aventrall getting hit and run here. If he gets busted, it's all over. It's not all over. We're good. I'm sorry, but LP3 has to get like a second PB this year. That ain't happening.
Maybe not, but you never know. This could be the one.
119 flat on the continue.
Get sub 130 in NMW, bam.
119.08, I think, on the continue. So there is 8 seconds in it now.
That is facts, Bamford.
Aventrall 7-2. Does he get it? No!
That could have been huge, and it might be huge for
And Timbs
Timbs
got
if
it.
he. I don't.
Oh,
Yes,
Timbs gets it. Timbs gets it.
I thought that was. I thought that was too far to the right, but it was. It was good.
Aventrall says he's a king of 7-3 and 200 FPS. He needs to get it now. He needs it now more than ever. He needs his first try.
Yeah, this is a lot. A lot is hanging on this.
It was 6 seconds. There was 6 seconds in it. There's been 2 seconds in it. It's been neck and neck this entire race. Oh, Aventrall might have just
Oh
opened
no,
the door for
7-3ing.
Timbs.
Yeah, and this is what happens in 7-3 on 200. Yeah, the cages are not giving him a happy fun
Is it
time.
all over?
He's got there. I mean, that was first try, but that was a very slow first try. This is Tim's race to lose. I mean, there's a lot of out of bounds to do still.
I don't want to say it's all over yet.
No, yeah, definitely not. No, far from it.
That was a solid 7-4 from Timbs. And Aventrall is doing 7-4-5 traffic car.
Oh, I see. He's doing it the old-fashioned way.
So Timbs 122.31, I think it was. Aventrall has been a king this race. Guff is praying that that park didn't work.
Oh yeah, Guffle, yeah. Guff is not liking this because even though Aventroll's losing, he's definitely on pace for a good enough time.
Timbs is not having fun here.
Yeah, that was not.
Oh,
Did not look good.
if Aventrall had got 7-2, it could have been all over now. Oh, and
Ooh.
Timbs get to restart mission.
Timbs blows up the zombie car. So this is a little window now for Aventrall to really ruin Guff's day. If this Bob,
There's only one
this
king.
is a
His
Gregor, not a
name is
Bob.
John Cena. What's the law here? So, if
What
Timbs
is the law
wins,
here?
Timbs tops the group. If Aventrall wins, Aventrall tops the group. If Aventrall gets better than a 131.30, Aventrall goes through. If Aventrall gets worse than a 131.30, Guff goes through. If Timbs and Aventrall both get a 140, Guff goes through as top. Oh no, Aventrall making a mess of it there. Timbs mission complete. 1:24:41 on continue.
And Aventrall 112, 124.55.
Yes. So about 14 seconds in it.
Christ almighty.
So basically, Guff needs them to be on this for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
If Aventrall finishes in the next 6 minutes and 10 seconds, Aventrall will go through. If Aventrall
Yeah.
is still here in 6 minutes from now, Guff is partying tonight.
Unless Timbs is also still here in that amount of time. In which case, Guff is very unlucky.
No, if they're both still here in 6 minutes' time. I guess if Timbs wins and we're still...
Yeah,
No,
Timbs wins, yeah.
no, because
No,
then
Aventrall wins.
Aventrall would have
Aventrall
been
wins.
ahead. It doesn't matter. In 6 minutes, if the race is still going on, Guff goes through.
Oh, so if Aventrall wins, but there's gets a time worse than...
And he'd be 3-0 and Timbs would be 1-2. This is
Okay.
cinema. Aventrall picking up a waste. Well, this might be the closest race I've seen so far. It has been 2 seconds. It has been 6 seconds. It keeps going.
It's now
back to back to back. We had
in the
6
beam
lead changes in the space of like 2 missions in our poo.
those.
Aventrall speaking to Grandpa.
Continue at 41 or 42, and then oh my god, Timbs was like a few
There
seconds
was
ahead.
2 seconds in it. 2 seconds in it. Aventrall going for jump zone. Tim's going for jump zone.
Oh, sink in 7-7.
Engine.
Let the sink in.
One of them's got it. Tim's has got jump zone. Aventrall does not. Aventrall is slowly gonna drive to the power plant.
Oh no, that might be GG.
We've seen Chris Runs, we've seen Ty Fuzzle, we've seen people choke. We saw Ty, the reason why Ty isn't through is because he choked in 7-7. The reason why ZRN isn't in is because he choked in 7-7. This is not guaranteed. Timbs. Can he get the first bit? He doesn't blow up his waist at the Simpsons playground. Can he just see it
Nice.
home? He's gotten rid of a black van. Is he gonna get onto a path? He needs to get onto a path.
Can he do it?
Always
Can he
racing
do
his
it?
car, so smart. He's done it.
There you go,
GG.
and he's done it. GG.
Holy smokes. Oh.
What a race!
What a race. That is crazy.
And this will be the final nail in Guff's coffin.
As long as Aventrall can just see it.
There
As long
you
as he
go.
doesn't pause and wait for 5 minutes.
It's Mova.
It's Mova. To be fair, if I'm Guff, I'd rather go out watching a cracking race.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. At least he got his money's worth. It's obviously a very
GG.
good race.
We did. You know how I got hyped at the end there?
Yes.
I knew what was coming.
Yeah, it didn't even occur to me. What's that?
I'd watched Aventrall's run. I knew what was happening. I knew what was gonna happen, and I still got excited for it.
And we are joined now by the winner,
Hello.
Hello.
Timbs. GG.
Yes. Thank you. I was, yeah. I feel really bad that we canceled this race 3 times and it had to go to a double async. I really hate that, but I'm happy that we got it done. I you know, I'm happy that I didn't have the best run by my standards, of course, but I know that Aventrall played really well. So like I'm happy it was a good race in the end.
Very good race. It's a great race.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. It wasn't really like a run where anything stood out. It was very consistent. Both of you,
It,
really.
Armored
Yeah.
Truck was a bit messy.
Armor
Oh
truck, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, armored truck definitely unfortunate. I've never like I've never had it happen to where like I hit the traffic and then it bounces off the wall and out of the strat like that. Usually at least like it could get like stuck, but not like that. So that was unfortunate.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate. 7-5 was rough.
Yeah.
Do you normally do jump zone? I didn't expect you to out here.
Yeah, I normally do jump zone. I started doing it, I believe in like my PB before the last one I got. I think I started doing it for a while. I was like really, really nervous about going for it. But then like shout outs to Ticker. His lineup is like really, really good. There's absolutely a scenario in which like I was not confident with the lineup and like I failed it. And because I failed it that one time, I've lost this race, you know? So like really appreciate Ticker for that. Um so
Always do your homework.
yeah, like that like it's really weird because it's like it's kind of like 7-4 for me, right? Because like 7 because like for me it's like 7-5. It's like lineup. What happened to me was kind of dumb with like the gauge forcing me off. But but yeah, like it's just like one of those things that I over practice a lot and then like I'm in a run and I get it. So
Yeah. Also,
but
you got 7-2, which helped you because Aventrall didn't have a good time climbing that wall
yeah,
in 7-3.
yeah, I remember when I got that 7-2, I was surprised it worked. Um
I think a
it's
lot of us were.
it's just like
Yeah.
like I figured I don't know. Like I've put a lot of hours into like 7-2 or like a lot of time practicing it because I'm on lower FPS. So like I think that some things that work for me look a lot more jank than things that work on like higher FPS. So
No, fair enough. Yeah, that's one explanation.
yeah, but overall, I mean, oh yeah, 4-2, that was like really really tilting. Like when the flipping Cletus truck just like kept hitting the bridge, lost me like 30-40 seconds. But
Yeah. Cleatus truck is always
yeah.
terrible car. Terrible car. Yeah, driven by AI or by the player.
hmm But yeah, GG's Aventrall. I'll post a message, but I'm really sorry about all the rescheduling issues. I didn't want it to end like this. I didn't want it to end up a double async, but um I also want to say like Guff played really well. Um it sucks that like all three of us couldn't make it out. I mean all four of us, you know, but just a couple people had to come out, I guess. So
For sure.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and that is the end of group stages. Thank you, everybody who's been a part of group stages. Commiserations to everyone who's been eliminated. It's been a great group stage so far. Thank you to everyone who's like done commentary, restreaming, and everything. And thank you especially to Sid for restreaming this race, House for commentating, and good luck to everyone in knockouts. And have a good evening, everybody.